All right, off on another adventure. This weekend, I have a couple things planned up near the Kingman area, but the first stop we're gonna make is probably one of my favorite campgrounds that I've been to, and that's gonna be Burro Creek. Can't wait to get there. So yeah, like I mentioned before, I'm going to be making my way up towards the Kingman area. I have a couple things planned, but it's a little bit late in the afternoon today, so I'm just going to go to Burro Creek Campground. It's a beautiful place to get an eye. I haven't camped there before, but I have been there, and I wanted to spend the night there, so I'm going to do that tonight. And just before we get to Burro Creek, there's a small little, well, it's abandoned now, but a small little town called Nothing. So I figure, well, it's on the way, we might as well just stop there and take a quick look. I've never stopped and looked at that little town before. It's not much. It's really nothing, but it's kind of interesting, so I thought we'd stop there. And boy, I picked a great week to come up here. It's not hot, but it's not really cold, and you can see that hardly any weather at all. And it's late in the afternoon, so this is gorgeous. Just driving through this part of the desert at this time of day, you can just see how the sun just catches those hills. It's gorgeous. You can also see we're kind of going through the remnants of, it's like a little miniature Joshua Tree National Forest. But yeah, there's some pretty big Joshua trees along this road as well. And being a Friday afternoon, the traffic's been pretty busy up here. There's a lot of trucks, and yeah, if you're going up and down these hills, they tend to slow you down. But luckily, there's a lot of passing lanes to get around them. You can kind of see how we're changing terrain. We're getting into like a rocky type. You see a lot of this when you're heading up to Prescott, and like Watson Lake is a beautiful lake to see. It's just lined with these huge boulders. But it's always interesting to see how the terrain changes so much when you're driving a couple hours. Big boulders like this. A second ago, we were just in beautiful rolling hills, and then before that, we were in those big Joshua tree. It's almost like a forest. So yeah, it can be really interesting. I think it's hard to get bored driving in a place like Arizona. Well, I can see there's a cell tower up there, and I know that means we're getting close to our first stop, which is Nothing, Arizona. And from what I understand, it was not much. A guy tried starting some sort of mine or something, had a little place here, but yeah, this looks like our turnoff. Uh-oh, somebody might be broke down, motorcycle. But here's our turnoff. So yeah, let me get... Oh, I can see part of it now. Oh, and I love that sign. All right, well, let me get in here. We'll get parked and make a quick little stop here, I think. All right, let's check this out. This town was founded in 1977. Guy was going to build, he's hoping to get a gold mine, silver mine, or gold and copper, something like that. But it didn't go anywhere. And it did reach a population of 4 at its peak. And it closed down in 1980. And they say in 19 or 2009, somebody opened a pizza shop here. But originally it was a gas station, convenience store. I still think it's cool with that old sign falling down with the new cell tower behind it. And this shed kind of reminds me of like an old fireworks booth or something. You can go get fireworks. But I thought this would be an interesting stop. Nothing, Arizona. All right, well, that's a cool little stop in the middle of nowhere, doing nothing. And we're actually only about 7 miles away from our campground tonight. So I gotta get over there real quick so I get a place to camp and see if I can explore around over there a little bit. All right, well, here's one more look at nothing. Yeah, it's got its own little zip code, 85360.
Nothing Arizona cries, desert sun burning high, doing nothing and nothing left to face the sky.
All right, so next stop is Burro Creek Campground. It's gonna be nice actually staying the night there. It's a dark sky area, so I was gonna try and get some night pictures, but it is a half moon. So Milky Way this late in the season is pretty much out. So I'm gonna try and get some star trail pictures, but I'll have to see what it's like. Let's see, here's our turnoff. And it's about, I don't know, a couple miles. Once you make this turn, it's a couple miles down. That's right, sweet Arizona. And this is a little gem in the desert of Arizona. It's pretty popular in the winter especially. And you can make reservations. I know there's a camp host here. There was last time. But you know, last time I was here they were having some water problems, so I'm gonna check and make sure that's working good. All you can see, I'm a little anxious to see how it looks compared to last year. It's about a year ago. You can see part of the campground down here on the right, and down along that creek at the bottom of that cliff, all that green tree where the water usually sits after a wash runs. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any water in there. I didn't notice when we first started coming down here. Just look how beautiful. We're heading directly into the sun, but here's our turnoff. Burro Creek Campground. All right, well let's go. I don't have a reservation or anything, so I got to go see how I'm gonna pay for this. And straight up ahead, this is where the camp host would be, and I don't see a camp host today. So I'm gonna have to try and I don't see anybody down there. There are some people, but they're down in that group campsite. I thought maybe that was a host. But I'm gonna get up here, we'll park for a second and see if I can get paid up, and then go find a spot. Gonna go up here, get my spot, and then I need to get just getting late in the afternoon, see if I can get the drone up. So I want to go check out that bridge too. But first, let's take a walk to this desert garden. These Joshua trees here. Wow, this is pretty. I've been through here before. Somebody painted, looks like an angry owl right there. Looks like trying to block, I can't. Looks like an angry owl right there. Trying to get out of the sun so there's no glare there for you, but anyways. I think over in that box they used to have, or they would normally have in its peak part of peak season, I guess it would be. They probably have little maps talking about what each one of these, like this has a 14 by it. It'll tell you what each one of these are. Wow, this is pretty still. I think the last time I came through here was, maybe it was about this time last year, maybe, but I didn't stay the night that time. I was just passing through and checking it out. So you can sit here. There's a bench to sit on. It's kind of peaceful. I do hear a generator in the group area, but I'm going to be up a little bit farther, so I won't be hearing that tonight. And they also have a dump station. I saw on the station where you can do a self check-in. I saw there that if you want to just dump only, you can come in and it's $10. Oh, here it is right here on the sign too, $10 fee. Or you can use it when you're camping. It's 14 bucks for tonight. They have water over here too, water for filling water tank only. Do not use to flush septic tank. Well, I'm gonna go get my spot, and then I am going to get the bike out, take a little stroll around the camp. It's not really big, and it's nestled right in this little canyon. You can see the old road. Maybe I'll go up there, but the old road used to come, the way we came in, you would follow that around over a bridge, and then the old road would take you to the top of these cliffs, and then you come back right before the new bridge up there. And that used to be how you got across this canyon. Instead of that big bridge, you had to take a little long way around. I see a lot of storyboards with nothing. They should put these over in that town of nothing that we were just at. There's nothing on these storyboards. And you can walk down. You can walk down to the creek down there too. I'm actually glad to be back camping here. There's not too many people. It's October, so Still not quite peak season, but anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go get my spot. While I was down here, there are some restrooms. I checked to make sure the water was working. Everything inside the bathrooms worked. There was a drinking fountain outside that didn't work, but at least we have flush bathrooms and a sink to wash with. So that is cool. That's nice. I'm not sure what the problem was last time, but yeah, it's working now. Well, there's not very many people here. That's good. You can see they're kind of spaced out pretty far. Nobody's too close. And you can see that bridge is really coming into view. I'm gonna go down as far as I can and get as close to that bridge as I can. So that'll be pretty neat little scenery. But looks like I have my I have my choice of spots. Yeah, I'm running behind schedule. I had planned on being out here earlier in the afternoon and really have a lot of time, but the sun's going down kind of quick now. But yeah, what can you do? There was traffic jams in the Phoenix area, and then there was some construction. It caused some delays. But well, I'm here, and I really appreciate getting out of all that traffic right now. That bridge is so cool. Well, this is the end of the loop that I'm on, and you can see right here on the right, that is the trailhead that can get you down underneath the bridge. So I'm going to try and find a spot right around here, and I kind of have one. I have my eye on one. There's nobody around. All right, yep, this is going to be fine. Look at that. There's a half moon straight ahead of us. I'm out here all by myself. There's one car a couple camp spots away, but yeah, let me get parked and we are going to check this place out. All right, well, here we are. It is bare bones, no electricity, no water, but I don't need that. Got a place for me to sit here. Oh look, looks like they have a place so that with the wheelchair or something here, you can still eat. Wow, it is beautiful and it's nice. The humidity is down. So it is there's quail running around everywhere. Wow. Beautiful, and I'm hoping, I don't know, with a half moon, maybe star trails are in order, because a Milky Way with a full moon doesn't work too well. But we'll see. Maybe the moon will have moved on enough. But just look at how gorgeous the scenery is. Wow, and there's hardly anybody here. I'm thinking maybe like early in the morning. That's just beautiful. That's a beautiful scene right there with the bridge. Wow. Let me see, we'll walk down here a little bit and see if you can see the creek from up here. Oh, it's really starting to get dark with the sun setting, and then it's going behind some high, thin clouds. But let's see here. I don't know, last time I came through here, there was water down in that creek. Let me see if I can get the drone up real quick before it gets too dark. I can kind of see, looks like there still might be some water down there. Well, here's a little quick flyby over the water. You can see there's a lot of algae in it. So there hasn't been a lot of rain to keep it flowing. Looks like still really green. So these trees are getting enough water. You can see. And then, yeah, that bridge off in the background. Well, there's still enough for the animals to drink, I guess. All right, what do you say? Let's go take a quick stroll around. Oh, it's downhill. That's pretty fast. You can cruise this way. See, there's some quail up here too. Whoa. See, here's another site. They're all pretty typical. Ooh, get a little bit dark down here. I think we'll stay up here, try and stay in the light. Campsite 13. Yeah, see, there's hardly anybody here. There's not even, well, right now, there's no camp post. Somebody left a grill behind back there. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but the sun hitting that cliff over there is just beautiful. Wow.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.
This is back towards, this is the day use area, the desert garden. And then here we have the self-pay. So if you want to see $10, $50 a night for the group sites, and then $14 a night for individual sites. And then day use is free. That's just about it. We already looked at the dump station. So I think, yeah, let's go get the drone up before it gets too late. All right, well, this is going to give us a good look. You can see the old road, how it kind of went up on the hill, made its way around and down the bridge. That was the only way to get across this canyon until they built that newer bridge. You can see this good view of the campground, how many spots they have, and the way it's kind of laid out. A lot of these are one way, so it's a little tricky sometimes. A lot of streets are one way. And then this is going to be the road that we came down on, which is an extension of that old road. And then it ties into the highway. You can see crossing. It just looks really pretty with the sun setting on this bridge. Just gorgeous. I'm not sure how well you can see this. It's pretty dark out. But I have my camera set up here trying to get some star trails. Looking north. Hopefully I'll get the center, the North Star, which will be the center of it all.
Tripping on the stars, the cosmic riddle. Photo lens captures the midnight.
Well, good morning. And it is a gorgeous morning here at Burro Creek. Wow. There's some clouds in the sky a little bit of a sunrise, but nothing picture worthy. What I do want to do though is try and get closer to that bridge. I haven't been down there before, so that's going to be a little bit, that's going to be exciting to try and get down there. I'll see how far I can get. So I'm going to finish my breakfast, have a little bit of coffee, and then see if we can't hit the trail, try and get closer to that bridge. So there's my view of the bridge this morning. And then there's just a little bit of some sunrise color there. See, there's a little bit of sunrise color, but nothing great. Still, that early morning glow. And then also, I'm liking the colors of this, that cliff right there. Looks like there's some sandstone of some sort in the middle, and then you have, it's got to be, looks like a harder rock. There's a straight line across there. So sediment and then something built up over the top of it. And then up a little bit higher, you can see there's more of that sandstone. Wow, that's pretty. And then, oh, there's a little bit of color happening over here too. That's pretty. But yeah, what a gorgeous morning. All right, well, let me get some stuff packed up so we can hit the trail. All right, I am ready to go check this bridge out. So you can't camp here. You can park right here, it looks like. Okay. Oh, so you can't, they don't want you camping back here by the bridge, it looks like. Caution. Snakes. Okay. Wow. So far, I like the way how they have this lined with these big rocks. That's pretty cool. Just look at all the volcanic rock around. I like that. That's pretty. With the yellow grasses and those black rocks. Wow. Well, it seems like we're taking the long way to get over there. I guess this just takes us down to the actual creek, and then we will make our way towards the bridge. Time-wise, I'm not going to be able to go up underneath it. It'll get a little bit easier here in a second. Get down to the bottom. sandy riverbed down here. Boy, I wonder how often this flows all the way over here. That'd be very interesting to see if there's any huge floods coming through here. I mean, it has to happen because it carved this canyon. So you know it has to happen. That is pretty. All these trees along that water over there are really green. See if we can't make our way a little bit closer. I'm kind of going off trail. But this is really pretty. Lots of textures with the rocks and the trees and that bridge. Yeah, I'm gonna get down here a little bit farther. But I'm getting pretty close to where I want to be to get a good picture. Kind of so rocky, I gotta watch my steps. But this, all the greenery, some rocks. Try and get those power lines out of the picture. Something around in here, I think. All right, let me see if I can find something real quick right here. All right, well, I think this is about as far as I'm gonna go. But man, if you're here and you have the time, this looks like a place to go to. Now there's not much of a trail. Looks like maybe along the cliffs over here, there might be one. But it's pretty rocky. It's just a big old dry wash riverbed, lots of boulders you can see. But I like that, adds to the character. And then there's green trees along the water that's over along that cliff. There's a hiker. He's walking back underneath the bridge. He's got a big old backpack. He might be camping back there. Or he's just making his way through. All right, well, look at this business right here, man. This is just gorgeous. Man. And then the sun is hitting. That might be, try and get another picture here, but the sun is hitting that mountain back there. Pretty nice. Well, this was fun. I'm glad I took the opportunity to stay here last night. I recommend it. Yeah, last night especially, there was nobody here. It was nice and peaceful. But yeah, it's time to hit the road. I just found out that as we're leaving, I can get closer to that bridge from the top. There's a little area up there I want to see if I can stop at. Something I heard about, and I think it'll be worth checking out. Nobody coming. So we're going to head back up towards the highway and right by the bridge. So we'll see you when I get back up there. All right, so we're back at the highway, and I'm going to have to take a left here. But then when I get a little farther down the road, I have to turn around and start heading south again. And that's how you can access that little pullout area and check that out. All right, well, it's a little bit busy, but let me get down here and I will see you when I get to the pullout. You see, we're real close to the road, but there's a little pull-out area right by the bridge here at Burro Creek. And while I'm here, I wanted to take a little time and stop and check it out. Wow. Looks like there's a little bit of a trail over here. Yeah. Well, if you feel if you feel like you need to get down by the edge, you can. This fence is pretty low right here, but not me. Wow, what a beautiful bridge. Check that out. Wow. And the river's not, or the creek's not flowing, but it does have some water, probably from some previous rains. And you can see campground down there. Well, so maybe they come down here. You can hear the bridge making noises after the big semis pass through. Let's see if we can get a better look over this edge. I can't get over there. Oh, that's too bad. Let's see if I can stand on this rock. Yeah, a little bit better view. You can see the standing water. Campground off in the distance. So if you wanted to hike under the bridge, you can, but it's probably what, a half mile or so, 3/4 of a mile. Wow, this is pretty. And you go underneath the bridge. There's some more standing water way back there in the canyon too. All right, well, I'm glad I stopped here. This is a good view of the bridge. Well, what a fun night camping at Burro Creek, and then yesterday seeing nothing Arizona. Don't forget, next week we are going to go up to the Kingman area. I got a couple things I wanted to do up there, so make sure you catch me next week. I'm going to sign off, and just remember, never say goodbye, always see you later.